Good afternoon, Mark Sudduth, HurricaneTrack.com here with your Hurricane Pro and HD video blog for Saturday, September 2nd, 2017. Let's take a look at what's happening. We have Hurricane Irma out here in the tropical Atlantic. As of the 11 a.m. advisory package, 110 mile per hour winds. This will fluctuate back and forth, and we do think that it's going to get stronger as it moves off to the southwest here and then curves up somewhere in this area. Probably going to be a Category 4. And it wouldn't be surprising at all if it reaches Category 5, and I'll show you why I think that in just a moment. And then we have this other disturbance, and I'm assuming this is 94L, though I have not seen that yet. But we need to keep an eye on this, because it may be something to keep watch of over the next several days. High chance of development well to the south and east of where Irma is currently located. The visible satellite animation this afternoon, you can see where Irma is located, and it's got a large circulation envelope associated with it, but a good deal of the periphery is fairly dry and convection free because there is some dry mid-level air still out here, but once this continues to move off to the west-southwest and it gets over to this region, and not so much over here, but this general area, let me draw it in yellow. I think that Irma is going to start really intensifying as it gets into this area through here. And that's what the Hurricane Center forecast shows. And the water temperatures are warmer. And we're going to look at that graphic in just a moment. The infrared colorized, you can see Irma fluctuating with red cloud tops, and they come and go. Overall, the core is protected here, the center, from any dry air that's around on the periphery. But once you get farther to the west and south over here, humidity levels should increase. The moisture levels in the mid-level of the atmosphere also go up, and Irma is likely to take advantage of that. The latest track guidance, fairly clustered overall. West-southwesterly jog, followed by a turn back towards the northwest with time. This particular guidance envelope is a little bit closer now to some of these islands here of the Lesser Antilles. So we really need to be paying attention to this. Any further shift to the south and west of this overall envelope, and this is pretty tightly clustered through here, could mean big trouble for the islands with hurricane conditions and possibly major hurricane conditions. And this goes for Puerto Rico and maybe even portions of the Dominican Republic as well. So this is what the afternoon suite looks like. We'll see how this evolves over time. The 12Z, the morning run of the GFS ensembles, gives us a pretty big spread out here in the long range, and you can see that cone if I draw it in there. But if you go down the middle, there's a big cluster right up in here to the Carolina coast, North Carolina coast, and into the mid-Atlantic states. In fact, let's zoom in on this so we can see better what I'm talking about. And I have it blue? Yes, I do. So you have this one group that's coming over this way. That's one clustering, and then another large cluster headed up towards North Carolina and into the mid-Atlantic states. Notice that only one member here of the ensemble package, member number 10, turns this away from the United States coastline. You don't have a whole bunch out here like this, and that's concerning. Even though the very latest European run, the operational shows it curving out to sea, the GFS may have a better handle on the upper atmosphere. We'll just have to see. Both of those models, the European and the GFS, generally pretty good at handling the upper environment, but then you throw an intense hurricane in, things start to get really interesting. But it's this leaning over of the overall package of tracks there that's concerning, and that what happens after that, that turn off to the northwest, or does it continue west-northwest into Florida, we're going to have to just wait and see. Some of these model positions are 7, 8, 9, 10 days out into the future, so keep that in mind as well. The intensity guidance, fairly clustered as well, fairly tight, showing Category 3, Category 4, and it won't take much of an improvement in the overall environment for Irma to become a Category 5. This is the upper ocean heat content map, and you can see that there's higher ocean heat content the farther west you get in the basin here, these little outlines that I'm doing, and then especially right here north of the Bahamas. And if we superimpose Irma on top of that, you see that's problematic over the next few days as it moves into warmer upper ocean heat content area, meaning that there's extra fuel, not just at the surface of the ocean, but below by several hundred meters in some cases as well. So everybody from, Texas all the way up to the Canadian Maritimes, way up here off the map, should be watching Irma closely. Do a little extra to prepare yourselves. Get a little bit of extra water every time you visit the grocery store, Walmart, 7-Eleven, Walgreens, whatever. Go in, buy a couple extra gallons. Don't wait and say, well, I'm going to see what it's going to do. Some people just don't have extra income right now for that. So buy now, a little bit at a time. Maybe shift the priorities from fast food and other things that you don't necessarily need to a couple extra gallons of water every now and then over the course of the next week. And maybe some gas cans, go to Lowe's or Home Depot or Walmart, get those gas cans, and just be ready. Hey, why not, right? Luck favors the prepared. All right, well, that is it for today. And, we're going to stay on top of it. You've got some good tools, as well as social media, to follow Hurricane Pro on Twitter. So make sure you're doing that. And any updates that they tweet, you'll get those right in the app. All right? I am Mark Sept for HurricaneTrack.com. That's my website. If you haven't visited it, if you have not had a chance to visit HurricaneTrack.com before, now's a good time to do so, and you can follow us as well. All right, for Hurricane Track and for Hurricane Pro in HD, I'm Mark Sept. Thanks for watching. I'll have more for you tomorrow.